Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in the last video we saw a technique of finding correlation, and again we are going to look for another one in today's video. So the technique that we're going to look on for today is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. So this formula was given by Karl Pearson, and he has given a quantitative method of calculating correlation. It is a method that is widely used across all the formats. So before we move on to study the formula of Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, let us first see the properties of this coefficient of correlation. So this coefficient of correlation is denoted by the symbol R, and R is a unit which is unitless. That means that if I'm finding a correlation between the height, which is given in feet, and if I'm finding it, the next variable is weight, which is given in kilograms, when I'm finding correlation, the R would be, let's say, 0.7. There would be no unit after it, no kgs, no feet, nothing. So R is unitless. It's a pure number. Next, you can see the value of R lies between +1 and -1. If it's plus, that shows us there's a positive correlation. If it is minus, it shows us there's a negative correlation. And if you don't know what is positive and negative correlation, please do check my last video to know about that. And the link for the same is available in the description box. Next, you can see when the coefficient correlation is 0. Obviously, we know if it's 0, that means no correlation. The units, they are not at all related to each other. Now let us look at the formula that was given by Karl Pearson. So here you can see Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. This is the formula that was given by him. We can see R, that is correlation, the symbol of correlation, coefficient. So R equals to summation x minus x bar. X bar is the mean of the variables of x. Next, you can see summation x minus x bar, and then in the second bracket it's y minus y bar. Then below that it is divided by the root of summation x minus x bar whole square and y minus y bar whole square. I know it's looking a bit tough, right? But let's solve it out and get it better by seeing an example. So here I have an example with me. You can see here two series, x and y. I would say there is no frequency in this. There is no discrete or continuous frequency. These are separate two variables. X is different, y is different. So x, you can see here I have 5 numbers there, data points available in x, and same in y. Now, what was the first thing we need to find out? You saw that we are supposed to find out the mean, right? So what is the formula for mean? You can see it here. Mean is the sum of all data points divided by the number of data points we have. So now we need to find out the sum of variables, that is for x and y. So you can see here it's 5, 9, 13, 17 and 21. When you add all of them, you get your answer as 65. Similarly, it's 12 plus 20, that makes it 32. Then you add 25, 33 and 35 to it, which makes it 125. Now we are going to find out the mean for it. So we put it here in the formula. So x bar is equals to 65 divided by 5. 65 was the sum of all the data points, and we saw it that there are in all 5 data points, so it is divided by 5. So 65 divided by 5 is equals to 13. Now similarly we'll find it out for the variable y. So the mean for variable y is 25, as you can see it here. Now what's the next step? So now let's go to our next step. You can see here it's x minus x bar. So we are going to subtract the mean of x from the variables that are here given as x. So x minus x bar, we know that x bar is 13. So 5 minus 13 gives you -8. 5 minus 9 then 9 minus 13 gives you minus 4, and similarly we go on ahead. And same way we have y minus y bar. So we will be subtracting the mean of y, that is 25, from the values, the data points that are given here for variable y. So it's 12 minus 25, which gives us 13, then 20 minus 25, which is again minus 5, and similarly we go on ahead. Now when we come to our next column, we see there x minus x bar multiplied by y minus y bar. So the two values, the two data sets, data points that we have found right now, what we are going to do, we are going to multiply them. So 8 multiplied by 13, as both the numbers, they have the minus sign with them. So while we multiply, they are not going to bother us. So 8 into 13 gives you 104, 4 5s are 20, 0 multiplied by 0 is 0, and so on. 4 8s are 32 and 8 10s are 80. Now we come to our second last column, and that is x minus x bar whole square. So we have the values of x minus x bar, and we are going to multiply it twice to find out its square. So minus 8 multiplied by minus 8 would give you 64. 4 4s are 16. And then we have 0 multiplied by 0, and so on. Now we'll find out the sum of this column as we found it out for our last column as well. So the total is 160. And then we have our last column, that is y minus y bar. So again we are going to whole square it. So 13 into 13 is 169, 5 5s are 25, and 8 8s are 64, and 10 10s gives you 100. Again we are going to quickly add all of them, and we get our answer as 358. So now we have all the points here with us. Now just one thing is left, and that is to put all these things into the formula. So now let's check our formula again, and then we are going to put all these things there in the formula. So here you can see the formula, that is r equals to summation x minus x bar, y minus y bar. So in the last slide we saw that here it's 236. So in the first top side you're going to write 236, and then we're going to write below it under the root 160 multiplied by 358. Now next step, you're going to multiply 160 and 358. You get your answer as 557,280. Now you are going to find out the root for it, which is 239.33. And when you'll divide 236 by 239.33, your coefficient of correlation would be 0.986, as you can see it here. So what is it showing us? First thing, it's a positive one. So yes, both the variables, they are moving in the same direction, and it's almost close to 1. So that means they're highly correlated to each other. So it would be in a category of highly positive correlation. That's it guys for today's video. Please do like and share my video with your friends, as the more the merrier. And please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching the video.